Hello, farmer in the house. Welcome back to your favorite agricultural and agribusiness YouTube channel. On today's episode, we are going to be looking at a challenge that is claiming a whole lot of farmland in Nigeria, in northern part of the country, and also in the southern part of the country. It's one of the results or the consequences of climate change, and this problem is not synonymous to any part of the country. It's synonymous to all part of the country, whether north or south. And the problem is erosion. Erosion is destroying so many arable land. It's making so many farmland to not be farmable again. It's turning so many farmland into gully. And if care is not taken, if we don't educate ourselves on how we can protect our farmland as farmers, we pray not to be a victim of erosion. As we all know, especially for crop farmers, our farmland, our fertile farmland, is the greatest resources we have. Without the fertility of your farm, your land is as useless as a playing field. So on today's episode, we are going to be looking at erosion. What is erosion? What are the causes of erosion? How can we prevent erosion from affecting or rendering our farmland useless? Erosion is the washing away or the removal of the topmost layer of the soil on your farmland. And as we all know it, the topmost layer of the soil, at least from the surface to about 10 to 15 centimeter depth, is the most valuable part of your farmland to crop production, because that is the most fertile part of it. If you have this part removed, that means that land is as useless as a playing field. You have to be using a bulk of fertilizer before you can even produce some ton of food on it. So if this type of thing is being done to your farm, then we talk about erosion. And what are the two driving factor of erosion? What are the things that causes erosion? We have wind erosion, and we also have water erosion. Wind erosion particularly is a problem in the northern, is more problematic in the northern part of the country because of the issue of deforestation, and deforestation also contributes to it. When you have a large area of land deforested, you have a kind of wind that will sweep over, and it will be just removing the topmost layer of the soil, and that is wind erosion. Water erosion results when there is influx of too much of rain or something like that, and you are seeing some runoff. Before you know it, the land will lose its fertility, and it will not be so much arable. It will not be fertile again. So how do we now control it? How do we control it, or how do we prevent our farmland from erosion, or prevent ourselves from losing our farmland to erosion and our farmland becoming useless? The number one thing farmers must know. As a farmer, you have to know the slope. You have to know the slope, the gradient of your farm. If you have a very, very slopy land, you know that your land is slopy. There are some things you must do, you are supposed to be doing, that will help you to prevent the runoff or the erosion of the topmost layer of the soil. Now, for example, we all know that flat land, a perfectly flat land, is not found anywhere. There is a degree of gradient on any type of farmland you have. So if you have a slopy land, it is advised, for example, if your land is slopy towards this side, you don't make your ridges. If you are a farmer that you are planting maybe cassava or something, and you make ridges, you don't make ridges along that direction. You make ridges across in the opposite direction of the slope on your land, so that when the runoff is coming, the ridges will help you reduce the velocity or the speed of the water, and stop the runoff on your farm. That is the number one thing. Another thing is that farmers have to inculcate the habit of crop rotation and bringing in cover cropping. Cover cropping when you have a crop rotation calendar and you put cover crops inside it, cover crop will help you to prevent erosion. It will help you to prevent whether wind erosion or water erosion, because the surface of your soil will not be so much exposed to the agents of erosion. And that is how cover crops like cowpea, mucuna, soya, sweet potato prevent soil erosion, because they cover the topmost layer of the soil. That is that about it. Particularly, the third solution is for us to plant trees at the borders of our farm. If we plant trees at the borders of our farm, we are giving wind erosion zero tolerance on our farm, especially and particularly for my dear northern Nigerian farmers. It is very, very important for us to plant trees at the borders of our farm. If you plant trees across, as in around the borders of your farm, you make it very, very difficult for all those powerful wind out to sweep the surface of your farm away, to come and do that to your farm. So it is just my own contribution to bring this kind of message to our attention, for us to act fast and for us not to lose our valuable farmland to erosion. Erosion is a very, very devastating problem, and it is something that happens gradually. It's just something that will come overnight and sweep everything away. It will come gradually, and before you know it, your farmland is as useless as a playing ground. So with this, I've come to the end of today's topic, and I hope you got value from this video one way or the other. If you actually got value from this video, kindly give it a like and share with your friend. Leave a good comment behind so that YouTube can recommend this kind of video to help other farmers around you. Thank you for your time, and see you on the next one. Sheshe.